No, I'm
That's
thinking,
fine.
I'm looking around.
Okay, we're on. Okay, when did Acts with Pizazz begin?
Acts with Pizazz began November 30th, 1996, and we were actually driving back from South Carolina, and it had occurred to me to start a live variety show. And basically, this came out of an idea and a dream, as most things do, and I just said, I'm going to launch a live variety show, and I'm going to call it Acts with Pizazz. Acts stands for Actors Collective Talent Showcase, and basically it is, if you picture Star Search, The Gong Show, and David Letterman combined, then you would have Acts with Pizazz. And basically what that means is we have, each time the show goes on, 15 different acts, ranging from comedy, stand-up, sketch, troops, musicians, singers, dancers, people doing dramatic scenes, monologues, multicultural acts. I welcome multicultural acts. Basically, if someone called me and said that they twirled plates and they did it extremely well, I would give them a slot in my show.
Okay, how do I get a hold of you if I want to be in the show?
There are a number of ways. I have a prime line to the show, and that is area code 416-410-1405, or 653-8484, which is my ad in Now Magazine. If you look under auditions in Now Magazine, the first ad is Acts with Pizazz, an ongoing ad for acts, and that has my phone number. Also, you could contact me through the website, the internet. If you're on the internet, the address, should I say the address?
Please do.
Is http://www.giftex, and that's giftex.com/acts, and then if you highlight my name when you're in that website, you'll go to my personal website.
Where does the show take place?
Okay, right. Currently, we are at the back room of the Cameron House, and the exact address is 408 Queen Street West, and that's 1 block west of the intersection of Queen and Spadina, and we hold it there once a month. It's typically on the last Saturday of every month. So that, it's a small, if you picture Woody Allen playing sax in a New York grunge bar, that would be the back room of the Cameron House. That has nice acoustics, the ceilings are high, but they are very strict about fire regulations. The room only holds 69 people, and they're very strict, so we fill it to capacity.
Is there any chance of taking Acts with Pizazz to other venues?
Well, the goal plan for doing this is, I mean, the club is great, and this what I've created is a venue for artists to hone their craft live, which I think is important, because I'm also an actor, and I play piano and I sing and I dance. So it's very important to always be out there honing your craft live. And people come in the show in between productions, that type of thing. And it's also a networking venue. I invite networks, I invite people from the production side of the business, I invite agents, acting, music, I invite publicists, different media people, editors of newspapers, and they do come. And my aspirations are, yes, focused mainly, excuse my allergies, on TV. Currently, we are part of the show Daytime, and have been since June, which is a show like breakfast television on Rogers 10. And what I do every week is I schedule a different act on the show Daytime, and we send over...
Can you say hello to Anthony and Cheryl for me?
Hi Anthony, hi Cheryl. Hi Ben, because mostly, Ben is just great. The people that we call the Acts with Pizazz All-Stars, and when I say it's like the Gong Show, it's hit and miss in the club. 95% of the time we have hits, and then, you know, the occasional bomb, and I'm okay with that because everyone can't always be on. So obviously though, if you bomb, you cannot be scheduled on TV. You are not ready for TV. The people we call all-stars, they go to TV, and again, they have to be original singer-songwriters. They have to be, you know, someone who can do something that would be entertaining, a sketch troupe, a stand-up comic, etc.
On this new show, is it all new acts, or is it you have some recurring acts that have been in the venue before? Or?
Okay, I'm fairly relaxed. I mean, people can come back to my show.
Is there anybody that's been in previous?
Oh yeah, I've got lots of people that come and go in between productions who say, for example, the Brave New Weasels, who were, by the way, part of the October 17th launch of the Comedy Network, are in my almost every single show. They say they love me, I love them. And there are various other comics and actors and musicians that are always in my show. So yes, I'm always welcoming people to come back. Again, I try to get the majority of new acts each show because they bring the audience and the whole, you know, besides the theme of being a venue to hone your craft, it is a place where people can network with people on the other side of the business to further their career.
Where do you see the show going?
Okay, that I'd like to touch on that because that brings me back.
So can we try that again?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Dara, where do you see the show going?
I have a dream for the show, and by the way, the slogan for the show is "Dreams do come true." I believe that very much so. And the show, what I want to happen for the show is it to become, firstly, seen by all of Ontario, which is currently happening on the show daytime. The acts are being seen. But I would like the show to be aired as a full show, and I would like it to be a national, and then I would like it to be international, because I believe that there is so much talent in this country, and we do not have enough of a star system here. I mean, there is, no, don't get me wrong, there are stars that come out of Canada, but not enough. For the most part, stars, people who have talent leave and they go to the States, and then, you know, eventually we can't afford them. So basically what I would like to do as a producer is make a difference to the growth of stars. And I think I can do that through Acts with Pizazz.
You're an actress.
I am, and I will always be an actress. I will always play piano, and I will always produce. So it will be something that I will juggle, and I will oscillate between those three mediums because I love them all. You know, acting is something that is a passion of mine, and film, and I love theater as well. But you know, producing also gives me a great deal of satisfaction. So I started doing that a year ago, whereas I've been in the acting business about 10-12 years. So producing is new to me, but I still find it equally as exciting.
Can you tell me about some of the roles you played as an actor?
Okay, well, I've worked in various roles in film, and also I mean, you can't really tell as I sit here, but I impersonate Marilyn Monroe, and I have done over 300 shows in the city of Toronto to people like Ed Mirvish. I was at a party where Mel Lastman was present, Mayor Hazel McCallion for the grand opening of the Meadowvale Town Centre not so long ago, and various other corporate functions. As I said, many birthday parties, over 300 shows, and that is something where I've created that character, and it also pays quite well.
How did that come about? How did your first Marilyn Monroe show
Someone walked up to me and said, if you dress up, they were another actor, if you dress up as Marilyn, I think you will, you know, work. And I just said, I don't look like Marilyn. And then I sort of thought about it, and I said, well, Norma Jean didn't really look like Marilyn either. So bang, I got the wig, I did the makeup, I had the dress specially made and tailored to me, and I got photographs at Harbour Castle Hilton and various other places where they have grand stairways and chandeliers. And then I went to various entertainment agents like King Entertainment and Top Talent. And as I said, I've done it over 300 times in the last couple of years. Also, recently I've created a character called Madeleine. And she is a French person from Quebec who used to work for Jean Chrétien, and she was the one who was present when her boyfriend climbed the wall and snuck into Monsieur Chrétien's house with the knife. Anyway, she had to leave because she wanted to come to Toronto to become a film star. Anyway, this is a comic character that I've created, which has like the black Ellie Mae Clampett hair, and she wears the maid outfit because she really doesn't know that you're not supposed to dress as a maid when you go to castings. So I will be performing in the December 27th show that you will be filming as Madeleine with the Brave New Weasels. So that's going to be interesting. 2 of the Brave New Weasels will be out of town for Christmas, and so I've mentioned to them that I would like to do something with them because I think they're wonderful. And perhaps as Madeleine, and they think that's a good idea because they've seen Madeleine and how nutty she is. So, and recently, the last show I did Marilyn as she would be at 73 years old today, as a sort of old drug addict, alcoholic.
You play Marilyn as No.
I did. She was a really, I had my foam and my...
Oh, has she gained a little weight?
Oh, well, in my mind she did. Oh. And I mean, she was 73, so
yeah.
And so I had my ratty old Goodwill dress on and gray hair and specs, and I just sort of missed with the makeup everywhere, and I just presented her as she would be today, and that was kind of funny. My agent came down. I thought it was great. But apart from that, I would like to work in film more. I've worked on independent films with recently with a company called Toronto Pictures, and they are based in Toronto. But I've worked on other independent films in Toronto with one company, Film One, which people do know, and other companies that do a lot of distribution elsewhere than Canada, because I think there's more money. And so the roles have been different. I don't want to categorize myself and say I just do Marilyn or I just do Madeleine or I just create characters. I don't. I recently did a dinner comedy theater musical at Gatsby's Theater Restaurant downtown, and that was singing and dancing music from the 40s, and I played, I had black hair and I played a ditzy wannabe star, so this was a very comedic and different kind of role for me because I mean, I'm used to doing acting. I'm not used to doing singing, acting, and dancing combined. So that's what that was about.
We talked about your film roles before when the camera wasn't rolling, but did you want to talk about the roles that you have done or the parts that you played on film?
No.
All right.
What else did I write about acts? Pizazz. I think I had...
Okay, after the December 27th show.
Or maybe just to touch on that, what happened was one of my acts, singer-songwriter, musician, Mo Cascanet, was in my show, and I had expressed to him, because I had witnessed the filming of one of the Frozen Ghost videos, which I thought was totally cool, and I've been in a number of industrials and worked on, 5 or 6, 7 commercials, and I mentioned to him that if he is ever doing a video, I'd really like to be part of it. So lo and behold, he calls me up and he says, Dara, I'm doing another video. Would you like to be part of it? And I said, yeah, this is great. And for me, as a producer, actor, any exposure is good exposure. I'm not immune. To me, you do what it takes. And I really think that getting your face out there all the time is very important for talent and for producers.
Yeah. And one thing I'll say, when he came out, you did put an effort into it, because, you know, and
that was, I didn't know what was going to be expected of me when I was going there, and I just thought I was being part of a crowd scene. And then he
you were
said,
in the crowd.
I guess he said dance, and so, you know, I danced my heart out. I gave it my best, and that's what I try to do. I try to give it 110%, whether I'm producing or acting, because I feel that it's very important to put your heart into things.
Yeah, and you didn't come with a shitty attitude
No,
or something like that, you know. And,
look, I've worked, you know, not
well,
to,
you know what that's about.
exactly, not to sound negative, but I've met in the 10 years that I've been in this business, I've worked with enough people with attitude to know what not to do. So I try to be, you know, no attitude, as you say, and to be fair, whether, you know, you're working with talent that are working for you, or you're on the other side where you're working for them. Basically take direction, you know, do what they ask you to do and give it your 110%, because the people are going to appreciate that, because they're going to get a good product out of it.
Make some, if you can make some reference to the scene, you know.
Well, Mo.
Okay. Do you want to still finish your story, or?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Then you know, I meet you.
Oh, okay. Oh,
okay,
yeah, that's
I
right,
meet
yeah.
you, which is, I'm looking at this camera and I'm going, Rogers. Okay, Rogers. So I say to Mo, I go, Mo, you know, your friend there, what does he do? And he goes, oh, he's part of the scene. And I'm like going, well, that is just too coincidental, because Ben, you know, was mentioning to me, because I'm finished with the show Daytime on the 18th, so Ben was mentioning there is a show, The Scene, that, you know, might work well for you. And I said, oh, what is it? And he said, The Scene. And I'm like, oh, this is great. And then, you know, it wasn't 2 days later, I meet you. And I'm like going, this is spooky. It's so coincidental. You're part of the scene, and then I ask you, would you be interested in, which is what I want so much.
Sure.
Sure. Would you be interested in shooting my show on location? And you say yes, which is incredible. And so this is happening before, you know, it's even approved. So I think this is just great. And it will be part, and I want to say thank you very much to everyone who's part of the scene, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. I mean, everyone.
You can run the shot.